What's up everyone, this is Chandler here at Tampa Sports Academy. Today we're going to be going over your anterior core musculature, and this is going to be the first video in a mini series about the anatomy of the body. The first muscle that we're going to talk about is the transverse abdominus, and as you can see to the picture on the left, these muscle fibers run across the body and it runs perpendicular to the midline of the trunk. And so what this muscle is used for is it aids in respiration, and it also helps in stabilizing the trunk of the body. So what we're going to do next is go into a movement that can help train this muscle, so that way you can use it when you're going into your squat, deadlift, or any of these big power motions that help keep your spine nice and stable. Alright, so the biggest issue that people have when they're working their abdomen is that they get this back arch here, where you see I can kind of stick my whole hand underneath, and what happens when we do that is these fibers elongate and it's harder to get a good squeeze. This will also happen when we're squatting, when we're doing a deadlift, and it leads to our spine not being stable. So what this maneuver is going to do is it's going to help train that transverse abdominus, and it's called the bracing maneuver. So all we're going to do is we're going to try to take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we're trying to get rid of that curvature there and push down into the floor and squeezing the abs nice and tight. Hold for a count of 3 and relax and let that arch come back. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, and squeeze. And I like to repeat this for sets of 5, just nice long holds, and trying to work on getting that muscle to squeeze as much as possible. Alright, so the next set of muscles that we're going to go over is the external and the internal obliques. And the reason why I want to go over these muscles together is because they work together to laterally flex the spine and also rotate. So the external abdominal oblique helps with contralateral or opposite side lateral flexion, whereas the internal abdominal oblique helps with same side lateral flexion or ipsilateral lateral flexion. So these muscles will work together to help anytime we're trying to rotate. Even if we're doing anti-rotation drills where we're trying to prevent that rotation, these muscles are going to work to help keep the spine nice and stable and also develop power. So if we're a baseball athlete, a golfer, these muscles are super important to help increase our swing power. Alright, so this next motion is going to be an oblique crunch. So what I like to do is to put my feet up in the air at a 90-degree angle. And the reason for that is in this position, I'm able to roll that back, keep it nice and flat, just like we were trying to do with the bracing maneuver. So that way my starting position, I'm sitting here nice and flat, and then I'm going to keep a nice open chest, and I'm going to try to crunch up and across, trying to bring my opposite side elbow to that opposite knee, back down, and then alternate. What we don't want to do is throw up the neck, or as we come up, to like use the hip flexor to come all the way up, or to just swing the elbow up. This is about being nice and controlled. Use that oblique as we come up, get that nice squeeze, and then come back down. Alright, so this last muscle is going to be the rectus abdominus, and what this muscle is it's responsible for flexion of the trunk, and this is the muscle that is responsible for that six-pack look that we're going for. Alright, so for this muscle, my favorite exercise is just the standard crunch, but we're going to do it a little bit differently than you've probably seen before. So military style crunches, right, are where we have the feet down, we're kind of swinging the body up. When we do that, we're using hip flexors, low back, and we're not really getting the abs to do their job. So what I like to do, again, is put my legs up in the air so that I can keep that back nice and flat. And when I do this, it allows me now, when I crunch up, I'm acting as if there's a string that's pulling me straight up in the air. I keep a nice neutral neck, I squeeze the abs, push down, I crunch straight up, hold for a couple seconds at the top, and come back down. And again, this is a nice controlled motion, trying to get these muscles to work, trying not to use the hip flexors and not to use that neck and that low back to come up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Ask any questions and I will do my best to answer them. Try out some of these movements, see how they feel, see how your core feels afterwards. Hopefully you can get a nice workout in, and if you have any questions, you can feel free to come like my Instagram at lock_fit, and stay tuned for the next one.